Let's solve a trigonometric equation. This one's getting a little bit more difficult. So we have 2 cosine of theta minus 3 equals -5. And we want all these solutions for theta that lie in between 0 and 2 pi. So as we get going on this, trigonometric equations can be kind of challenging for students. What I always suggest is we want to isolate this cosine of theta at some point. If I wanted to, over on the side, just write out kind of a very similar problem, your steps are going to be very similar to solving the equation 2 times x minus 3 equals -5, at least to get started on this. So if you can solve this equation over on the right-hand side and get x on one side by itself, the steps for our actual given equation are going to be very similar on how to start. So on this side equation, I would add the 3, move it to the other side. That'll leave us with 2x equals -2. And then to isolate x, we want to divide both sides by 2 to move it to the other side. So that'll give us x equals -1 after a little bit of simplifying down. So back to our equation. Our equation, I'm going to do the same steps here. I'm going to add 3. So that'll give us 2 cosine of theta equals -2. And I'm still working on isolating the cosine of theta, so I want to get rid of the 2 from out in front, so I'm going to use division to do so. So that'll give us cosine of theta equals -1. Very, very similar steps as far as both these equations go. All right, next, hopefully we think to ourselves, all right, if we have zeros or ones, maybe -1 here, what I like to do is kind of visualize where is that going to be on the unit circle. So when I'm thinking about my unit circle, perfect circle. All right, remember that it goes cosine of theta as our x value, and then sine of theta as our y value for any one of these terminal points on the unit circle. So when we're thinking about when is cosine of theta going to equal a -1, that means the x value for this ordered pair is going to be at -1. Well, that only occurs over here on the left-hand side when we get this ordered pair -1, 0. And the angle that's associated with that is going to be pi. All right, so the only solution we get in this situation is going to be theta has to equal pi, because that's the only place on our unit circle that the x value from any of these ordered pairs is going to be at -1. So I hope this helps out. This one was limited between 0 and 2 pi. So in that first time around, we only get the single solution. If we were asked for more times around, we would include adding plus 2k pi to the end, where k is some integer, and 2 pi is the period for cosine. So anyway, I hope this helps out. Good luck as you're working through trigonometric equations.